My stepmom created a chore board that was mathematically impossible to complete, so my dad made her follow it for exactly 7 days. The board appeared on the fridge 3 days after my dad married Diane. It's about teaching responsibility, she said, smiling at him like she just invented parenting. It was color-coded, green tasks 10 points, yellow 25, red 50. I needed 500 points a week to earn basic privileges. Eating dinner with the family, using my phone, leaving my room after 8:00 p.m. At first, the green tasks looked normal. Make my bed, do homework, load the dishwasher. Then I read the fine print Diane had written in tiny letters. At the bottom, bed had to be made with hospital corners by 6:00 a.m. or it didn't count. Homework had to be reviewed and approved by Diane before 7:00 p.m. or 0 points. Dishwasher had to be loaded according to Diane's system, and if one fork was in the wrong section, the entire task was void. I tried. I set my alarm for 5:00 a.m. to make the bed perfectly. Diane would inspect it at 6:32 and say, the corners weren't tight enough. I rushed home from school, but she worked until 6:45. Reviewing my homework always took at least 45 minutes, so I missed the deadline every time. Week 1 240 points. Week 2 195. My phone lived in Diane's desk drawer. Now my stomach hurt all the time. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Dad kept saying I needed to try harder. By week 4, I was eating cereal alone in my room at 6:00 p.m. while they had pot roast downstairs. I could smell it through the heating vents. The yellow tasks were worse. Deep clean bathroom meant scrubbing grout with a toothbrush for 3 hours. Organized garage meant arranging everything by size and category. But Diane's categories made no sense. Paint cans were maintenance supplies, but paintbrushes were tools. If I mixed them up 0 points, the red tasks were impossible. Plan and cook family dinner required a typed menu, submitted 48 hours in advance, ingredients bought with my own money, and final execution rated by Diane. I spent $40 of my birthday cash on chicken parmesan. She took 1 bite and said it was too salty. 0 points. Week 6 170 points. I hadn't eaten dinner with my family in a month. Then my dad came home early. I was in the kitchen at 4:30 p.m., reorganizing the dishwasher for the 3rd time. How long have you been doing this? He asked. About an hour. I whispered. My hands were shaking. He looked at the responsibility board. Really looked at it. Show me your point totals. I handed him my notebook. 6 weeks of trying. 6 weeks of failing. His jaw tightened that night at dinner. He didn't say much the next morning. There was a new board on the fridge. This one had DNA written at the top. What's this? She asked. Coffee cup frozen halfway to her mouth. You're going to follow your own system for 7 days. Dad said if it's reasonable, like you claim, you'll have no problem earning 500 points. She laughed. Don't be ridiculous. I'm completely serious, he said. And if you don't hit 500, you lose privileges. No phone, no leaving the house except for work meals in your room. Her smile disappeared. I've taken the week off, Dad added. I'll grade your tasks personally, just like you did to her. Day 1. Diane made her bed at 6:00 a.m. Dad inspected it at 6:31. Corners aren't tight enough. 0 points. She tried to argue. He held up the board, her handwriting her rules. Day 2, she spent $65 on ingredients for dinner. Dad took 1 bite. Pasta's overcooked. 0 points. She threw her fork at the wall. Day 3, I found her scrubbing bathroom grout at 10:00 p.m. crying. This is insane, she sobbed. Nobody could complete this. Dad leaned in the doorway. Funny, that's exactly what I've been thinking. Day 4 160 points. Her phone was in Dad's desk. She ate cereal in the guest room while we had tacos downstairs. For the first time in weeks, I ate at the table. Day 7. Dad took down both boards. The system was designed for her to fail, he said, looking straight at Diane. Every task had impossible conditions. You built it that way on purpose. She stared at her hands. Then he looked at me. You're done with the board permanently. That night we ate dinner together. No points, no inspections, no rules written in tiny letters, just food and quiet, and the first time in months. I didn't feel like a problem that needed to be graded.